Today on the Roadhouse, we're going to go over the 5 things I like and the 5 things I dislike over my Suunto Traverse Alpha. Let's get it started. The 5th thing I like about this watch is that you can transfer locations from Google Earth to your watch. Now that's going to be a great idea for hunting ideas, campgrounds that you haven't been to before. You can look it up on Google Earth, track out the whole entire system and put it onto your watch. Now it's not exactly easy. You have to convert it to where your watch can read it, but it still takes less than 5 minutes. And one more thing about loading a location from Google Earth to your watch, you'll need to hook up your watch to your laptop or computer. FYI. 4th thing I like about this watch is that it's got big bezeled buttons. This is the back button with the lap view, and they're labeled too. So that makes it a lot easier, especially just starting out with this watch. This is your light or backlight. The next button, especially when you're changing things on the phone, and your start. All of it's bezeled, very tough looking. The 3rd thing I love about this watch is the backlight. The backlight, and if you press it, the flashlight. This thing is bright. Now, it's not as bright as a flashlight, regular flashlight of any sort, but I will tell you this, it will get you around your room for dang sure. And if you're out in the woods, it will get you back to your tent. It'll get you along a trail without tripping over stuff. It is a good flashlight. And you press the back button up here to turn it off. With the backlight, and the flashlight. Now you can change here's turning it off. You can change the color of your backlight as well to normal being regular white or whatever. I just like the red. The 2nd thing I like about this watch is the app that is provided. You can get it on Google, you can get it on Apple, whichever one you use, whichever one you have as far as your phone goes, you can get this app from Suunto, and it makes setting up your watch a whole lot easier. It tracks your workouts, it tracks where you've been, all this type of stuff. According to the GPS, it will track it. So it is it's a great item. I guess if you lose your watch, you can actually track it down on your phone from the Bluetooth signal. So that's great as well. Just don't know how far you can get away from your phone. Haven't tried that yet. Maybe that'll be in the next video. All right, the first thing I love about this watch is it's got a very tough exterior. This bezeled area here on the face here is extremely tough. I've scratched it just a little bit over here on this side. The buttons, exterior, all this has been extremely tough. Now, if you watch any of my other videos, I put out quite a few videos here lately about me out in the woods and me out in the working on cars. And I have worn this watch every step of the way, mainly because it tracks all my steps. Is why I wear it 24 hours a day. I get up in the middle of the night to let the dogs out, etc., and I'm tracking my steps. So that's one reason why I wear it all the time. And this watch has been extremely tough. Now, there's a little scratching right here on the edge of the bezel here. Now, I've had it for just over a month. Got it at the beginning of football season. And this is just lint. But I've been very happy with the very tough exterior on this thing. I have beat it. I've hit it on things and I've looked at it in panic, thinking that I might have scratched the face, which I have not scratched the face whatsoever at all. I was kind of worried because the Suunto core, which I've had before, had a deeper, the glass was down a little bit deeper, kind of like the Casio watches. But I have not scratched this whatsoever. And I have hit it on things, and like I said, I have rushed to see if it was scratched or dented or whatever, and it hasn't. So that's the very first thing that I think is really cool about this watch, and I like a lot, is the very tough exterior. I don't know how many times I've bent my wrist and it hit the light button. So by being able to lock it, it's locked. It's locked on my step count or whatever you want it to be locked on. It shows the little lock icon up here. But it is great. And I love that on my Suunto core as well. So this is a very good feature for this watch and or any watches that you're going to wear. Because once you put on your wrist and you bend your wrist back, it's going to turn that light on or anything else. By using the lock function, you're always going to come back to your display that you want. Very good feature on this. Okay, the fifth thing that I dislike about this watch is still the band. I've put it out in other videos. I was kind of worried about the band. I'm still not a fan of it. I've worn the living tar out of this watch, and during this last month and 3 days or whatever, I've scratched the little eyelets here. You can see a little bit of maybe probably dirt here. As far as the band stinking, I have not had that happen yet. That I was really worried about that. Here's Anything Scout just sent me a tech tip. So back to the band. It's very tough. There's nothing wrong with this band if you like a material type band. But I still dislike it. I'm still afraid that it's going to end up stinking. Now it hasn't so far, but I'm still worried about it. Now here's a little bit better view of these bands. Here's a little bit better view. Also, when this is through here and through here, this sticks out just a little bit too far and catches on stuff. You got a little bit of wear there from where it's caught on stuff when I'm wearing it. Not that it really matters that much, just something you want to keep in mind. I will be looking for a different band for this, but I thought that I would give it a try for y'all, so you guys would have my real experience with this watch as it comes in. Now this is the stealth model, it's the black one. Still don't like the band. The fourth thing I dislike about this watch is the mobile app. The phone sends stuff to your watch, but your watch can't send anything to the phone. So if you go onto your phone and see what kind of exercise you've been doing, it's not going to show it. You have to manually put it in your phone. There needs to be a lot more. This watch is such high technology. I don't understand why their app can't be just as great or even greater. The third thing I dislike about the watch is not necessarily the watch itself, but it's part of the app. It actually tracks you. So if you put yourself as far as opening a exercise where you start exercising, it will track you. So being from a law enforcement background, it literally shows everybody that's got a Suunto that's actually exercising around you. So if you go to bum screw Egypt, everybody that's around you or everybody that's within the whole entire bum screw Egypt, they're all going to be on there as far as the app. So you could track down where people exercise. I've actually looked at it to where somebody that lives around me exercises and they go the same route every single day. They walk the same route. And if somebody's looking to know where somebody is at a certain time, that's a bad option. And that's something that I dislike about it. Number 3. The second thing I dislike about this watch is the notifications. Now, I'm great with having some of the notifications on there, but everything that comes out through your phone, your email, texts, alerts, all that will come through your watch. And that's not necessarily bad, but if you don't look at it and clear it off of your phone, it will go off again on your phone and keep going off every once in a while. And what that does is it makes sure you can put it on buzz or, whatever, that type of stuff. But there's just way too many things that come across my phone. How many emails do you get a day? I mean, you may get 40 emails a day. Do you want every single one of those things coming across your phone? And you're going to get some of the spam emails that you never see on your phone that go directly to your spam folder. They come across this as well. So you might be getting 50, 60, 70 emails a day, and that's kind of a pain in the tail. Now, I'm sure I can turn this off, and I'm sure I can turn off the Bluetooth, which would make it not do that at all. But I'm using the Bluetooth for other options on the watch. So it's like, it's give and take, I guess. Speaking of which, the anything Scout, I didn't clear it off my phone, and now it's sending me another message back that I did not clear it off my phone. So that's another thing. Now eBay sent me something. I was really worried about that. Here's Anything Scout just sent me a tech tip. So this is part of the my dislikes as far as your notifications that come across on your phone. They will come across on here. And you see that right there, the number 1 down there? You have to go to your phone and swipe it off to make sure that you have verified that you have looked at it. And then in my case, my steps will appear back up on here. But you have to verify that you've looked at it. Now, Apple is sending me something, and I don't even have Apple phones. This was probably some spam that's going back to my spam folder, but it still sent it to my phone. Pain in the ass. Android all the way. Now, 4-wheel drive warehouse is sending me stuff. And it tells me when my storage is low on my phone. The number 1 thing I dislike about this watch, and I think that Mr. Death and I agree, is that it's not solar. I don't understand why Suunto cannot put out a solar watch. I will tell you this. I have worn this watch for just 3 days over a month, and I have charged it twice, up to 100%. One of the main deals that I have with it not being solar is the fact that if a shit hits a fan type of event happens, your watch is going to last 14 days without being hooked up to a cord. That's my number 1 dislike. Come on, Suunto. Come up with a watch that is solar powered. You have a great watch here. This thing, it looks great. It's elegant. You can wear it for more than just being out in the field. It looks great for all types of occasions. Whereas I still think, Mr. Death, I still think that the Casio is not something that you can wear to a black tie event. Whereas this watch right here, I'm telling you, of course on this watch you might have to get a little bit fancier band, but I'm telling you, Suunto has the knowledge, they have the ability, but I'd need them to have a solar watch. I'm telling you, if they had a solar watch, I'd get it. I'd be one of the first people to get that sucker. And I'd do videos on it because it would be awesome. Casio, they have not changed their product basically. It still looks the same from when I was in the military in the 90s. So I'm telling you, get on it, Suunto. Get your solar power watch. Overall, I'd probably give this watch a 4.5, 4 3/4 stars out of 5. It is a great watch, looks great, just wish it had the solar functionality that some of the other watches do. I wish Suunto would listen to me, but I don't think they will. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing. Always comment down below. Tell me what you think. Do you have the Suunto? Do you like another watch better? Mr. Death, do you like the Suunto versus your Casio? I appreciate it, and as always, if you ride her hard, don't put her away wet. This watch, you can ride it hard and you can put it away wet. I have a lot more videos out on this watch and the other stuff that's manly, the other stuff that's hot rods, muscle cars, Jeeps, 4x4s. I love it all. Appreciate it. I had a comment regarding the watch versus the Casio. And to my subscriber, Death, you have some great points. Don't get me wrong whatsoever at all. If this was solar, I'd be 1,000 times more happy with it. Like I said in the video, it's only battery operated it takes about 14 days for the battery to need to be recharged on this. And I've done it twice. I ran it to empty twice, 14 days each. So if it was solar, I'd be 1,000 more times happy with this watch. But I do disagree with you that the quality isn't it here on this watch. Suuntos are great quality. But that's the only thing I disagree with you, Mr. Death.